Hey guys, this is Megan, your internet consultant here with Spider Marketing Co. Today I just wanted to go over a little bit about using Facebook and Instagram at the same time for your business. We're all hoping to monetize our business and get something out of it. So I basically just wanted to go through and show you a little bit about what's going on in the tool section here. So in the previous videos, we pretty much just went over how to create an ad and how to post it, how to create a story, and all that good stuff. Today, I wanted to go into the um, well, let's go into which one should we do first? Let's do. Hmm. You know what? Let's just start from the top to the bottom. Okay, so here is the notifications. Just going through, you basically want to make sure you click on all of these, every single one, go through each one. Here you'll see Joe liked the post. So you want to go and see which post he liked and maybe also invite him to like your page. Since he liked your post, he's going to be eligible to like your page, and you are going to be eligible to ask him to like your page. So, again, just go through all the notifications, make sure they're all looked at and responded to. Some of these are going to be comments, some of these are going to be questions from people. Some of them are going to be other businesses that are going to follow you, and you might want to follow them back. So make sure you definitely do that. So, inbox, this is obviously the messages that come to your business. You could either set it up as automated responses, or you could not have any auto responses at all. So just keep an away message off, instant reply off, and basically the people will message your business and you'll go ahead and just answer it whenever you get the time to. It's not like the response will be automatic. If you do click instant reply, you get to choose which message you want to put on there, such as, you know, thanks for choosing Spider Marketing. What questions do you have? They'll answer the questions, and then by the time you get back to check it out, you'll be able to see and have an answer for them. So here we've got the posts and stories. This you definitely want to capitalize on. So, not many people know that you can create and schedule out stories as well. So, if we go in here, we want to do new story, share to both Spider Marketing on Facebook and Spider Marketing Co. on Instagram. So, let's just do this. We'll do, we'll schedule out a story just to show. It's a little slow, my computer right now. Take a sip of my coffee while we're waiting. All right. Remote marketing assistance. You could see the preview, both the Facebook and the Instagram looks good to go. So we can either share it literally right now or we can schedule it. Let's schedule it out for September 30th at 11 a.m. Click save, schedule out story. So if you start doing this and you start creating content and you start to have posts schedule out, you'll see here that we've got posts ready to go on September 28th. We have posts scheduled out for October 5th, October 12th, October 19th, September 30th. You know, if you start doing this, it'll save you a lot of time from having to be like, "Oh, I got to post right now. I have content here right now and I have to post. Let me stop what I'm doing." If you actually kind of take a minute, create that content, and then schedule it out for a later date, it gives you time to really think about what you're posting and what you're creating. And then ultimately, you could schedule it out. And it's really great. You don't want to manually post every single post that you have. Uh, Realistically, you want to post at least 3 times a week and be consistent about it. So, hey, there we are. We're live. You want to be consistent about it, post 3 times a week, and on both channels, actually. Make sure you use hashtags on both Facebook and Instagram. You'll gain more consistency and engagement doing that. Create hashtags according to your business, according to what you're selling, according to your brand. So here, we're going to skip on to the next one. This is the commerce tool. So you could essentially hook up an e-commerce account. If you have a Shopify account, you could hook that up and sell those products on your Facebook shop. So that's pretty convenient. That's a good way to monetize your Facebook and Instagram, because when you post or share a story, you could tag those products that are hanging out in your shop. More people will see your products. Facebook will rank you higher because of the fact that you're relevant. You have products, and you know, sometimes when you're scrolling through Facebook, you'll see that, oh, a page you liked has added to their shop, or you know, it something of relevance to what you were just searching will show up, and sometimes it is the shop. And it's really great that the more you add to your Facebook, the more Facebook likes you, and the algorithm will work in your favor. It'll start showing to more people. More people will follow, like, which will in turn get more interactions and more people involved with your brand or business. So really, once you start posting and once you start being consistent with it and schedule posts out, and you know, make sure you're doing so on the holidays, and you're letting people know all about your services and your journey as you go along, you're gonna build followers and build a community with what you've got going on. So it's pretty cool. The power of social media is absolutely insane. Everyone is on social media these days for one reason or another, and if you're on here for a business, it's really important to monopolize everything you can. I mean, it's so possible to make money on Facebook Business Suite, which includes Instagram and Facebook. All right, so here we're going to look at the insights page. This is great because it pretty much just gives you a quick synopsis of how your pages are doing, how they're growing. And you know, here you could see that within the past month, the page has gone up by 90%, the reach of people. So this is, but yeah, the reach is the amount of people, you could see here the little eye, who saw your ads at least once, which is pretty cool. Instagram, we just built that Instagram, so that's pretty low, 10, but it's up 100%, which is great because we kind of started from nothing. And you could see here all of the content. The reach down here is how many people actually were able to see this post and this post and this post. And as we go along and as we grow, that number will be significantly higher, which is pretty exciting. more from the insights. Oh, this is great. You can export this. You can export the data into spreadsheets. If you're actually a social media manager and you need reporting for a business owner on how their Facebook and Instagram is doing. All right, and this is pretty cool too because it'll show you demographic data on your audience. So here, women between the ages of 25 and 44, there's a decent amount, at least 20% in each of those categories are finding themselves on Spider Marketing Co. Men higher in those ranges as well, and then it starts to kind of dwindle off. That's to be expected. No surprise there. Alright, and then in the previous video we actually went through ads, so we're not going to go through that again. But of course, that's another way to monetize your Facebook Business Suite. Alright, so then let's go into, we've got Business Apps, Creator Studio, Events Manager. So this is kind of where it gets into depth. This is where you're setting up your pixel, your Facebook pixel, and you're able to essentially track your website visitors and then retarget them, which is great. So here, maybe I'll go through and let's see. Okay, so here I actually created a Facebook pixel for spidermarketingco.com, and then I created a couple events, one being page view. How many people have viewed Spider Marketing Co? Like literally clicked on a link that I put somewhere, or somehow they found it. They found spidermarketingco.com. This says here total events in the last 7 days is 40. So 40 page views in the last 7 days. And that one's pretty cool. And then you can also create up here, create an ad, create custom audience. This is the people who have already engaged with your brand, or people that are actually similar to the people who've already engaged with your brand. So this is something that it's a tracking code that you paste into the HTML into the body of your website. And then you're able to retarget visitors there with a specific ad that you'd like. Again, one of these. If you want to retarget people, you sell Toyotas and they end up on your website, the Toyota Corolla. Then you build an ad for Toyota Corollas and $500 off or something. Then you could retarget. That ad will essentially follow the person who visited your site. Because of the cookies, it allows them to track, and then they'll see the Toyota Corolla savings ad 2, 3, 4 more times after that, and hopefully by then they'll have made an actual decision. Alright, so here, this is kind of important because I'll show you. This is the event setup. So if we go here, this is where let me accept that. Okay. So if I wanted to go on here and I wanted to track specific buttons, I could track specific buttons or little areas like this that people are clicking on. Just as I mentioned before, and I showed you the page views, we could also measure add to carts, initiate checkouts, leads, purchases, people who add payment information, contacts, people that are searching for our location. If any of these buttons represent an event that we want to count towards, we'd click one of these. So if someone clicks on Spider Marketing Co. up here, I'm just going to put it as view content. And we don't necessarily need to put a value on it. But I'm going to confirm that. So that setup is complete. Whenever someone clicks this, it will show in the Events Manager down here as viewing content. And then it'll show 1 if someone looks at it. So you'll be able to see there, okay, there's a couple people or maybe 1 that clicks on that button. So there's activity going on the website. All right, and if you want to, let's do this. We'll do people who are literally interested in contacting us. Why? How do we know that? Because they clicked on the Contact Us button. So we're going to track that one too. Let's see if there's anything else. Free initial marketing consultation. So here I would say that this is probably a lead because of the fact that they're interested in taking that next step. They see the call to action, the free initial marketing consultation, and they want to inquire because that's what that button does. If you click on that button, you're being taken to an email. You're going to directly email Spider Marketing Co. Internet consultant will respond, and you'll have a consultation within 24 hours. All right, so that's definitely a lead. And then I think, yeah, let's do blog too, because the blog's great. And we'll do the blog as, we'll just do view content as well. Okay. And then this one's great too because you can actually track the URL or URL rather. So this, let's just do, because we can't, anyone who visited our site, that can be very general. So we'll just say view content for right now. All right, and confirm that. If you think you have all the buttons you want, quickly take a look through. There's probably a lot more that we could track, but for right now, Facebook event setup tool, we're just gonna finish this setup. Yes, submit. It's very helpful if you answer Facebook. The more you do that, the more intuitive it becomes and the more it'll help you out in the long run. All right, so I'm gonna refresh the page. Let's see. I don't know if they'll show up yet. See, they're down here now. View content, lead, contact. There's still 0 because of the fact that no one has clicked on them yet. I mean, we could always go in here and click on it. Click on this button. And then we'll go back here and we'll see if it adds the number to it. Not yet. Huh. Probably need some time to load. All right. So we'll leave that. That's the events manager. That's how you, well, after you install the pixel, if you need help, reach out. We can install the pixel for you, and then we could even set up all these events for you if you still have trouble. That's not a problem. Just schedule an appointment on the website. All right, and then let's go back here. We'll go back to more tools. So we did events manager, instant forms. We haven't done that yet, but this is essentially where you could create a new lead form. For this, you want to make sure that you have a privacy policy page, because you will have to add either, well, you'll have to add the link to that from your website. So unless you have that, a privacy policy page, I wouldn't even bother spending your time filling this out and creating it and adding in all the information, because if you don't have a, again, just a specific page for the privacy policy where it basically says we're collecting your cookies, we're collecting your data, we're dragging you, all of that in the nicest way possible, then you won't essentially be able to have this lead form completely filled out. But it is great. It's a great idea in order to capture information from people who are seriously interested in your services and like what you have to offer. It's really convenient. You start to build your database from that. All right, so I think that is pretty much the basis of what I wanted to cover today. There's so many ways that you could monetize your Facebook and Instagram. If you have any interest in setting up a shop or adding products to your shop, that again, that's a good way to do it. Multi-channel marketing right there. Please reach out if you have any questions for any of the internet marketing consultants. We know that it's a growing field, and being able to access a remote or virtual assistant with marketing questions is huge. So please reach out. We're here to help. Thanks so much.